We have all done it. You map out a massive new goal, and before you have even lifted a finger, your brain rewards you with a rush of pure satisfaction. Take a young man who looked at an empty plot of land he owned and hatched a brilliant idea. He was going to build a lucrative poultry farm. He didn't draft a blueprint or figure out the supply chain. Instead, he spent his days vividly imagining the cash rolling in and the respect he would command in his village. By obsessing over the finish line, he tricked his mind into feeling like he had already won. That early rush of victory completely replaced the urgency to actually start building. The next morning, he made a critical mistake. He ran through the village, eagerly broadcasting his unexecuted plan to anyone who would listen to harvest early praise. The village responded exactly how he hoped, showering him with encouragement, validation, and well wishes. But a few days later, when the applause faded and he finally sat down to do the actual tedious work of researching the logistics, the effort felt incredibly heavy. The friction of reality was overwhelming. He gave up entirely. And soon, the exact same neighbors who had clapped for his ambition were openly mocking his failure. Why did a project that generated so much overwhelming enthusiasm evaporate the absolute second he had to put in real work? A village elder found the young man sitting under a tree, thoroughly defeated by the mockery. He listened quietly as the boy described his chronic pattern of planning loudly and failing quickly. Rather than giving a lecture, the elder pulled 2 identical seeds from his pocket to start a physical experiment. He handed the first seed to the boy and instructed him to bury it in the soil of his courtyard. Down in the dirt, the seed was completely hidden from view. It received 0 attention, no praise, and absolutely no validation from the outside world. That total obscurity is a requirement. The earliest stages of growth are highly vulnerable, and they require complete isolation to survive. The elder then took the second seed and walked straight into the chaotic, noisy center of the village market. He held the seed up to every person he passed, loudly boasting about the massive, towering tree it would inevitably become. After a full day of showing it off, the elder left the seed completely exposed on a bare rock. Days later, they returned to the rock. The seed was entirely destroyed, pecked to pieces by passing birds. Talking about a goal delivers a massive dopamine surge, identical to the reward for actually completing it. This premature validation exhausts your motivation reserves early. When it's finally time to work, the dopamine is gone. Your motivation flatlines, leaving your project vulnerable. The elder and the boy returned to the courtyard to check on the first seed, shifting their focus from the anatomy of failure to the mechanics of success. Safely protected in the dark, the buried seed had sprouted, a strong, resilient plant bursting upward through the crust of the soil. The elder pointed to the plant and delivered a simple truth. Seeds do not make noise while they are growing underground. While the market was loud, chaotic, and ultimately destructive, the buried seed used the silence and the heavy pressure of the dirt to build a permanent root system. To achieve monumental goals, you have to rigorously protect your unexecuted ideas from early validation. Embrace the silence of the work, and let the sheer scale of the final results be the only noise you make.